Welcome to HKU Mother in China series podcast. I'm Yeri.
And I'm Judy. We are today's hosts.
In our last episode, we talked about single mothers' financial hardships. Today, we're zooming in on a major cause, stigma in the workplace. The issue came into sharp focus for us after seeing online discussions in Reddit in 2023, where single mothers from coastal China were essentially asking, if I move to Hong Kong, will I be judged less and paid more? Many held the belief that its openness would mean a lighter burden of stigma.
So today, we will focus on cross-region comparison between mainland China and Hong Kong when analyzing the issue. And we are glad to have three guests from Hong Kong Youth Gender and Social Policy Society. Coco and Chloe are from mainland China, and JJ is from Hong Kong.
You might be wondering, why does this matter? Why spend so much time exploring this experience? But maybe the real question is, why shouldn't we care? Many of us are daughters. Many of us may one day become mothers. And some of us, perhaps, more than we realize, could find ourselves walking in the path of single motherhood, whether by circumstance or by choice. Their reality could one day be ours. As part of the HKU Society organization, we believe it's not just our role, but our responsibility to bring these lived realities into the light, to show what women face when society judges them not by their capability, but by their family status. In mainland China, single mothers have historically been fined for having children outside marriage. Though some legal protections have improved, the quiet, persistent judgment remains. A social stigma that lingers like a shadow. In Hong Kong, the struggle takes a different shape. Discrimination during hiring, a lack of flexible work arrangements, subtle biases that whisper, you can't give your all. It's a painful tug of war between career and care, a tightrope so many are forced to walk. As Hong Kong public figure Bonnie once shared, with a tone that so many recognize all too well, it's really tough for single moms to earn a living. That tough is more than a word, it's daily reality. It's a struggle shared across borders, and it's one we can't afford to ignore.
I agree. When comparing real responses of single mothers in the two regions, you will see both differences and similarities. Let's start the first session of comment reading.
I came across a story on WeChat official account that really stayed with me. The poster shared back in 2018, when attitudes were still quite conservative. I became a single mother through embryo transfer. My own family nearly cut me off, and people around me, relatives, colleagues, would whisper that I was promiscuous, and that my child was illegal. That kind of judgment followed me for years.
There's also a comment from Hong Kong mother. Today I got criticized again. The gap between quitting and starting a new job is too long. You need to hurry up and find a job to support your kids. The HR's expression changed, however. Are you going to work overtime every day like this? It feels like being a single mother is an unfixable flaw. I work overtime and then take on side jobs. A colleague also said that it's self-inflicted. Hong Kong is moving fast, but the society is always a bit slower in being intolerant of single mothers like me.
After sharing the comments online, let's have JJ and Coco share their thoughts.
Yeah, thanks for sharing, Yeri and Judy. Actually, I think these kind of circumstances, single mothers online were influenced to some extent by the culture of Hong Kong and China. According to the essay I read, as both regions are anchored in Confucian concept of family as the social core, single-parent families are often labeled as abnormal because they differ from traditional family structures. Hong Kong merges Confucianism with hyper-capitalism. In Hong Kong, single mothers are still stigmatized for breaking the traditional family model. They tend to hide their single mother identity to avoid employer biases, as capitalism prioritizes individual efficiency and labels single mothers as high risk for needing time off. While in mainland China, a single mother working in a local factory was gossiped about as breaking ancestral norms, with co-workers spreading rumors that her divorce shamed her family, just as the comment said. So overall, I think for mainland China, the stigma is more like culture-based personal doubt, while in Hong Kong, it is more likely to be an implicit distrust from employers.
Yeah, I agree with you, Coco. I think that the legal system in Hong Kong and mainland China also reinforced the dilemma that single mothers face. In China, while there is no explicit impediment to the exercise of reproductive rights, there is also no explicit legal endorsement to the exercise of reproductive rights. In addition to this, judges are reluctant to rule in favor of single mothers as they are unmarried, which leads into the cultural issues previously mentioned. To exemplify this, a single mother, who goes by the pseudonym Li, while trying to secure maternity rights, was stymied due to the lack of a marriage certificate, and the government officials passed her case around constantly. This is unsystematic, as the law does not explicitly help single mothers. In contrast to this, Hong Kong has several things to help single mothers. Firstly, the Working Family and Student Financial Assistance Agency does allow allowances to single parents and has fewer hours required for single parents. Secondly, the school-based after-school care service scheme has also been launched, targeting underprivileged and single-parent families, enabling them to leave their child at school while the single mother is at work. This is a systematic solution to accommodate single mothers. The support care system is very vital to reducing the stigma for single mothers, especially as social worker Lam Ki of the NGO People's Service Center found out that many of the underprivileged single parents were unable to be hired, as employers offered inflexible working arrangements. By allowing the school to take care of the child, the mother can go to said inflexible work arrangement. This means that support is given to single mothers with relaxed requirements, and schools can take care of their child while the mother is at work, improving the idea of single mothers in a workplace environment.
Yeah, thanks JJ. Truthfully, Hong Kong has done something to improve the situation, but single mothers are still kind of discriminated in the workplace because of their gender expectation as female for the confusion, men rule outside, women inside, expecting women to prioritize childcare. However, employers penalize perceived care burdens. Same as the single mothers in the comment in the survey, a former air conditioner installation technician who was denied by a full-time position because her employer feared she'd need time off to care for her son, even though she had unreliable childcare arrangements. While in Chinese mainland, the situation is even worse. Stay-at-home single mothers face idleness stigma. A Beijing mother who quit work to care for her sick child was criticized by her workplace for wasting her education, while working single mothers are shamed for neglecting their kids. Moreover, good mother norms override professional competence. A primary school teacher in Guangzhou was passed over for a promotion because a principal argued that single mothers can't devote enough energy to after-school programs, even though her lesson plans were rated excellent.
Yes, I understand the situation. In the lens of the law, there are many gray areas where single mothers may undergo hardship at the workplace. For example, the maternity leave issue. First, in mainland China, any pregnancy-related insurance or maternity benefits require marriage. There is even one case in court where the single mother was denied insurance due to unmarried births not being planned births. This creates a disparity in the compensation and social security benefits based on marital status. This is unsystematic as it excludes single mothers. Maternity leave in China is up to 98 days or 14 weeks. As single mothers are not covered by maternity insurance, it is paid based on their current wage. This is good because they are not being paid less. However, this neglects the medical costs of having a baby due to a lack of maternity insurance. Certain states may also allow for extra maternity leave, but it is unclear whether or not the companies will pay them during this period. And while in Hong Kong, similar to China, maternity pay in Hong Kong is also up to 98 days or 14 weeks. However, pay is only 80% of normal wage. This isn't great because if they take leave to take care of their baby, they are receiving a financial penalty for this. This neglects the fact that single mothers only have one paycheck, whereas couples have two. So clearly, it is hard for single mothers to bring up their children.
I totally agree with you, JJ. I think legal issues like maternity leave are linked with culturally related family-work relationships. Traditionally, both areas regard family-work conflicts as individual failures rather than systematic issues, rooted in Confucian views of childcare as women's private responsibility. Hong Kong's labor market is characterized by long working hours, median 48 hours per week in retail and food services, and a lack of affordable childcare, as only 1,003 subsidized daycare places for infants under 2 in 2013. Employers blame single mothers for insufficient ability to manage work and family, ignoring systematic gaps. Many become working poor, laboring long hours but still relying on CSSA. While in the mainland, workplace culture emphasizes group harmony. There is no formal support for flexible work or childcare. Single mothers often rely on informal help from relatives. If unavailable, they face exclusion in promotion due to colleagues' assumption that their family instability will disrupt work.
So while both China and Hong Kong have taken steps in the right direction, further steps can be taken as well. For example, Sichuan has implemented a policy to allow unmarried people to legally have children, and Hong Kong has assistance policies and a discrimination ordinance to help single mothers. Both of these are systemic solutions to aid single mothers. For example, one user on Xiaohongshu, who calls himself Monarchy, says that the overall policy direction is optimistic, but there are still conservative policies that could use more work. This is a step in the right direction. However, there are still things that can be done.
Yes, JJ, it's clear that there are some similar cultural and legal reasons for workplace stigma in both Hong Kong and mainland China. But I think Hong Kong's capitalism amplifies an efficiency-based bias compounded by welfare stigma and labor market rigidities, making the stigma more implicit. While for the mainland, the clan ethics deepen moral judgment, so it becomes more personal and direct among co-workers as well as in the workplace. There will be a long way to go to address all the issues.
Thanks, Coco and JJ. Now, to really bring this to life, let's listen to the voice of someone who's felt the sting of that prejudice firsthand. One comment from Twitter highlights that, the hardest part of job hunting isn't the rejection. It's the way an HR's expression changes the moment they see single mother. We're prejudged as unreliable before we even speak. But here's the thing. Motherhood taught me incredible efficiency and resilience. Are those qualities really worthless at work?
Thank you for sharing these comments. This Marta experience isn't an isolated case. It's a snapshot of what many single mothers face in the workplace. So how does this kind of first impression bias come from? To unpack this, I have invited human resource managers from the mainland and Hong Kong to talk about how they view single mothers. First, let's listen to my interview with human resource manager from mainland China. Hi, Ms. Wang. We are a specialized team from the University of Hong Kong, and we are pleased to request that you conduct an interview over the phone today. Let's start with a practical question. Imagine you are hiring for a mid-level management role that may require occasional overtime or business travel. What are the top qualities you look for?
Well, to be honest, with hiring someone, the most important things are if they can do the job well, what work they've done before, and if they have a good attitude. But people also have quite unspoken worries. For example, with young unmarried women, we might worry that they will get married and have babies soon. This means they will be away for many months, and will have no one to do their work. For women who already have children, especially young ones, we quietly wonder if they can work later or travel for work. We never write these things down as rules. But when a few people are all required equally too good for this job, the idea is who is more available or less trouble often becomes the deciding factors.
Okay, and the next question is perhaps more direct. If you knew clearly that a female candidate was a single mother, would your assessment of her change?
The first thought might be worries. Can she handle the busy schedule and all the work since she's doing everything all alone? If her child needs her, she will probably have put the children first. Will she still be flexible for work? Could this make the whole team slower? But the good idea is very clear. Since moms are often very tough and hardworking, so we try to be fair and not be basis. We look more carefully at how we manage their time, if her family can help with the children, and how well she handles stress.
Okay, so next question. In your view, what is the most positive change in attitudes towards single mothers in the workplace and society in recent years? And what is the biggest difficulty to truly create a fair workplace environment for single mothers?
困难和阻碍是什么呢？
我相信时代在不断进步，公众的意见其实也有在发生
I think society is always moving forward, and what people think is changing. The media prizes the image of independent, strong single mom the more, which is a good thing. But the biggest problem might be the old-fashioned thought in their head. Company rules can change, but it's hard to change how people feel. We need company leaders to talk about this and change managers to judging workers by their actual work, not their family situation. At the same time, we should build a real report system, like truly fixable work hours, not just talk about it.
After hearing from Ms. Chen's interview, let's hear from Mr. Long from Hong Kong. We contacted Mr. Long from a technical company in Hong Kong via email, and I will recount this conversation truthfully. Well, I asked the same question as the human resource manager in Mainland. The answer is a bit different, but mostly similar. First, about top quality in requirements. He said when hiring, he still looks for experience, problem solving, and leadership. But if the job needs last-minute travel, he'd consider how many primary caregiver, man or woman, would handle it. The key is to ask how they manage their time, not to assume they can't. About single mothers, he thinks they often have strong support systems. He won't doubt their skills, but he'd ask something like, this role sometimes requires sudden schedule changes. How would you handle that? He's not looking for perfect answers, but practical plans that show they are organized. On progress, he said Hong Kong's laws are solid and protect against discrimination. The real problem is sometimes line managers ignore the rules under pressure, so the focus needs to be on training those managers to be more aware.
Thank you, Chloe, and the profound insights brought by Mrs. Wang and Mrs. Lee. So we can see that single mother workplace challenges in the mainland and Hong Kong differ due to cultural and social issues. But one common cause is they treat single mother experience as a disruption to the norms. I see cause for hope, however. Great work has begun in both regions. Law refinements in the mainland have landed in less developed provinces like Xinjiang and Hunan. And the discussion on social inclusiveness and single mother-friendly businesses also gains more attention in both Hong Kong and mainland China.
At last, our nonprofit website in the comment section is also up to review to help with the issue. We support services in work openings and after-school childcare for review. Registered community mothers may help each other and share their lives through the platform. So join us and let us lead by example in creating a world in which mothers are not economically and socially punished for being single or having their own kids. And thanks for listening.